All right, it's the rundown Thursday. It's the rundown Monday, June 12th. It's brought to you by Lisa.
Wishful thinking.
Okay. Yeah, right? Not even close, dude. All the days are the same. It doesn't matter.
Well, it feels
Monday,
like that.
Saturday,
It's kind of a
Sunday.
Thursday, Friday because Dave's not here.
That's true. Anytime that Dave's not here, it feels like the end of the week. So stay wherever you are, Dave. Don't come back. It's brought to you by Lisa. Lisa Mattresses. New deal. $100 off now. Used to be $75. They upped the ante because stoolies are so good, so loyal, and we're buying so many goddamn mattresses. Go to lisa.com/barstool. They'll deliver it right to your house in a box. No worry. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. It's a high-quality mattress. We all sleep on them. And like I said, $100 off that mattress if you go to lisa.com/barstool now. We'll start with the Stanley Cup. Big hockey guy who's not really a hockey guy, Riggs, is on the panel.
Big hockey guy, but I'm not necessarily like a big NHL guy.
Right. You're not a big hockey
More
guy.
for the love of the game.
Hockey Mardo is not happy with you after your last rundown appearance during the
No,
NHL
they were not
playoffs.
happy that I said that like Nashville against Pittsburgh isn't like the biggest possible
Yeah.
series in the world.
So Pittsburgh closed it out back to back. What do you got on the
Yeah, I mean,
Penguins?
it was kind of it was tough. I mean, it was basically a 1-0 game with like a minute and a half left. To kind of a dog shit goal after Nashville was buzzing in the third. They hit a couple posts, but I don't know. It's just kind of like dog shit. Nobody really likes Sidney Crosby outside of just admitting that like, yeah, he's the best. Okay, sweet. But even he seemed like stoic in his interviews afterwards. Like he didn't really give a shit.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, Art Kill did a great job. Murr made some saves, and then I think we got a boost from that. We were able to get some momentum after that, and then Horny gets a big goal there.
Yeah, and then Bettman comes out, he gets like booed, and even when he's like, yeah, we should really like, we're in Nashville, we should honor Nashville's great season, and they still were like, fuck you, we're gonna kind of boo you. So I don't know. I mean, it's. I would have rather seen fucking like a Washington Chicago, even though I fucking hate Chicago, like something like that. That was my whole point from the beginning, and I still thought the series like it just wasn't that great. Pittsburgh won Game 5, fucking 6-0. They went into Nashville and won kind of a game. So I don't know.
Nashville got screwed. I mean, that goal that got called back in the first, I thought was bullshit.
Robert, now it's Forsberg, saving, Buckley score! The whistle had gone, we have no goal.
Yeah, so I missed it live, but I saw the replay and they got fucked. But it's
Right.
like you still got to score a goal to
Of
win,
course.
and like they.
But they did score a goal. The NHL replay like still baffles me whenever they go there. It feels like it just never really like. I was half expecting the Penguins goal to get called back, even though I didn't think it was goal.
That would have been wild.
But
like,
that's what I've come to expect from every time they go to Toronto. I'm like, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I feel like it's like a couple of dudes sitting in like some office in Canada, like just flipping a coin.
The Crosby, though, I mean, the tweets that were going around saying about all his accomplishments, I mean, it's unbelievable. If his brain can stay not concussed for a few more years, he could
Watch out.
He could get into that, one of the most accomplished hockey players of all time.
yeah, I mean he's only
saw a lot of top
29.
five.
Yeah, I think he's 30.
I saw a lot
Yeah,
of
he's
top five
30.
tweets floating around last night.
Yeah.
Top five.
Yeah, he's already got 3 cups. It's like, and that's
With
what I
2
mean
gold
about like
medals.
his personality with all that. It's like sneaky that he doesn't come off as a bigger star because he's got like an unbelievable fucking resume for a relatively young dude still. And people are like, Sidney Crosby. Like, most people like fucking hate him.
Yeah.
He's just kind of, I don't know.
I also was just, by the end of it, was kind of sick of Nashville. I like Nashville. I think Nashville's a really fun city to be in, but the amount of
Dick sucking
like,
that was going
and
on.
just shoving Nashville down our throat.
That's the quickest way to make me like not like it. You know what I mean?
That-
I was like,
that-
oh,
yeah.
Nashville, because I was like, who? Like, I don't even think Nashville cares about hockey. And then I saw the way they were buzzing. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then within like 24 hours, it was like a joke getting death on the internet. I was like, all right, I'm
that
over it.
awkward country music they did before the
Very
game was
strange.
wild. That was such
Everything
a weird
was
thing.
like, can you believe how cool Nashville is?
Right.
It was like, all right,
It
enough.
just all adds to like trying to make it a bigger fucking blockbuster
it is.
series than it was.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, all right, it's fucking
Forcing
Nashville
it a
against
little bit.
Pittsburgh. Like, whatever.
Speaking of like big stars who are stoic, we have Riggs on the panel here. Maybe the most viral man at Barstool. 100,000.
I think it's at like 130.
Oh, I think it's like, you know the exact number.
It's at 131. No, I mean, it's at 130,000.
The tweet about the Sun. So,
It's
tell us the story behind it. Where, when, who, how.
You gotta be. So I was at like this. I was playing in a golf tournament this weekend in the clubhouse in the locker room, putting on some sunscreen. Some guy chirped me. Was like, putting on the screen, you little bitch. And I was like, there's a little tweet in there somewhere. Threw it out there. Didn't check my phone for like 3 hours. Came back. I was like, oh my god, it was getting like 10 or 12K, which is like way more than I've ever had before.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. And
I
then
checked in at like 50, and I was like, all right, I figured that's where it was.
Yeah.
And then it just blew up.
somewhere in the afternoon, it got into like some Twitter jet stream. that I didn't know
was it?
existed.
Well, it was the
That's
black
what I'm
people.
curious about.
It was the
I
black
don't.
people.
Was it?
I don't
That's
know.
usually how it works.
I don't know.
Yeah,
because
but this is about
The sun?
sunscreen.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
There's one thing that they
it's
would
like
not.
it has to be a basic enough thing, like to reach like the BuzzFeed fans and shit.
We got Riggs teaching us how to tweet now.
No,
Yes,
I'm
but
curious.
the point is, like,
though,
it wasn't like a tweet that I like one of my most proud tweets.
Right.
No,
It was like,
it never
eh,
is. It's like we all try
right.
so hard to capture
All the
that,
time.
and then it's like the one time you just throw something out. is
Right,
when
I
it
think
goes
had it
viral.
been like laced with like Barstool humor and stuff like that, it would have never gotten
wouldn't have
outside
worked.
our fucking zone. But it was
Yeah.
like, it was just basic enough. The sun, I mean,
Can you
We
pull
all
it up?
fucking sun.
Can you pull it up real quick? I want to see.
my phone's over there.
Oh fuck! Can you get your phone?
Yeah,
Somewhere. I want
it's
to see
right
the
there.
stats. The how
somebody
many
grab my
follows
phone, one of
you've
you
gotten
two?
from
He
it. and stuff.
said
That
he got
thing
like
fascinates
4,000
me.
followers from it, right?
That's crazy.
Well, here's the thing: is it says on the analytics, it says
And they're going to be so disappointed when it's just some dude tweeting about drinking every weekend.
Yes, that was like the
It's
fact
like,
that
this
I've
guy
been
keeps saying that drinking is fun. What?
I've been
Why did I follow
retweeting that like basically every other day.
Oh, we know.
For
Oh, we
like,
know. Yeah, we know.
and it's got like a little over 1,000. Nothing.
Well, it's like 1,000 retweets. You have like 900 of them because you just keep retweeting yourself.
No,
So-
because it only counts as one every time.
Are you going to pin it? That's the true.
No,
like, I went
because we were
viral.
like, that's kind of like
It is.
brutal to
It
pin
is.
your.
It is.
It's,
But
like if you pin.
I don't know, man. That's. I mean,
Well, to be honest,
think
when
I've never come even
somebody was like, "Yo,
close.
did you see Riggs' tweet?" I went to your profile and I was like, "It's gonna be pinned," and it wasn't.
Right.
So fuck you.
Yeah, I thought that was
Maybe
kind of like a.
because so
Isn't
cool.
it like
I
a
think
douche?
it's so cool, Riggs.
for a
That's like a
little bit.
douche move to pin your own.
Well, you're a
viral
douche,
tweet.
so
All right, let's see.
So it's the 14 million impressions.
Holy fuck!
Total engagements like
Oh my god!
almost 1.1 million. No big
Dude.
deal. This
So
is fun.
have your mentions?
This is like a great
No,
time.
but have
yeah.
your mentions just been on fire?
Well, no. So I muted the whole tweet,
internet. The
so
whole
I don't
fucking
get
smart.
anything that comes
See,
from
but
it.
you only got 76 new followers.
So this thing-
That's why Twitter's like.
But that's like directly from that tweet.
Because
in
I
general, you went
right,
up a lot.
Okay.
I went up like 4,000.
Got it.
Something like that,
So
but it
that
only
number's
says
not right.
76.
Yeah.
Because we were talking earlier about how Barstool had that one, like the main
Migos
account that
one. Yeah,
that
yeah,
said we
yeah.
got like 15 followers from it or something.
I never understood that.
The premise of the actual tweet, by the way, I mean, if you think that putting sunblock on is like a pussy move, that's
Right.
fucking
Yeah, and it was like
Just
it
to
was-
anybody out there who thinks that you're
Son's
an
a
asshole.
killer. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
It was one of those rare things where everyone was against this like figure
One
that
asshole.
I created.
Yeah.
like that I was like that
This
I
might not even be
referenced.
real. This the whole thing is made up. This
Everyone's
all
like,
stinks, Riggs.
fuck that guy that called Riggs a pussy, and everyone's like, sunscreen's great.
I saw.
So I just
I thought something like glitched because it's wild. It's wild.
The
you
numbers
probably thought the same thing.
Oh yeah, the numbers
Like,
are
that's not-
unbelievable.
Right. That's. I mean, it's a
You feeling
very. It's a
threatened over there
funny
again?
and apt tweet, but it's not. I never would have been like, this is the one that's gonna go
No,
supernova.
and it's probably not in like my top 10% of like favorite stuff I
Right.
come up with or whatever.
Right.
And that one just I don't know.
Like the drinking thing.
Love that one.
That's got to
if
be
you guys
number
haven't
one.
seen that one,
Love
It's
it.
got to be number one.
You
on
haven't
the
seen
list.
that one? Tune
haven't
in.
seen that one.
Follow at Riggs
We'll
Barstool.
do it in 15
like,
seconds.
if
Don't
I'm
worry.
drinking in a little bit, you'll see it.
Hey, that's fucking cool, man. I must have put a little extra wind in your head.
Yeah, I told people on like Saturday night I felt like the most confident guy at the bar.
Yeah, why wouldn't
Because
you?
of
You were
a
hitting on
fucking
chicks like, yo,
tweet.
check this out.
I was like, oh, I don't know. Oh, do you see my phone going nuts right now?
I'm the sun tweet guy.
I'm the guy. Like, do you think the sun is pretty tough? You're gonna love me.
You should change your Twitter name to Sunsweet Guy.
Sun-
I already
guy.
put in my bio big sunscreen guy.
Yeah.
All right, question for you. You're on a plane. It's about to take off. The pilot comes over the intercom. He says, there's a 50-50 shot our engines don't make it. We can, let's take a vote. We can fly or we can play it safe. What are you doing?
Flying.
No way.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing it.
Come on, no, you're not really going to
No
say
way.
fly.
What?
Be
Okay.
real. No
What do you mean,
way.
what? You don't want to risk
No
a 50%
way.
chance you're going to die?
Okay, I'm under the impression that the pilot wouldn't have said it. Can it fly with one engine?
No.
No. Like, there's a 50-50 chance, not like
But he
half
said
the engine. It's
the
like
way I
50
took it was there's a 50-50 chance one of the engines is going to go out.
No. What
And
basically?
he made it sound like you might still be able to fly with one
But
engine.
no.
It's like
what
the
they-
old,
this
one
was-
kidney
This
still
was
works
a
sort of
power
thing.
play by
Correct.
the airline because I guess they had been delayed for 40 hours and people were complaining.
They're like,
So
you want to
they were
fucking do
like,
it? Let's
yeah,
do it.
Let's go. You want to die? Then let's go.
And it
And then
sounds like
some pussy like passed out and puked.
somebody was throwing up.
Like, dude, you don't have to fly on the
You can
plane.
just get off. Yeah.
Just puking everywhere.
Here's
That
what
would
I'm
be funny.
confused about.
Everyone's like raising their hand,
Yeah,
and some
dude,
guy
just
just like,
like, it's like, no, we're not crashing yet. Like, stop.
Were they doing the vote as like whatever we vote as a crew we're all doing, or if you vote no, you're out?
that's usually how these things work in my mind.
Yeah, I thought it was like
as
a majority
tribe, we all
thing.
decide.
And they were kind of calling their bluff. I mean, it's a tough move, but
It
at the
should
same
almost
time,
be like, no, you know what it should be like? We're flying. You can stay or you can go. You know what I mean?
But then what Dan was saying was like, their whole thing was a bluff, so they couldn't say
I think it was a bluff. I would say no, though. If someone said that 50-50 chance,
I just think getting off the plane after you're already boarded is like, I don't know.
I hear you, but I'm not taking.
I think it's kind of like we're here, let's just do it.
Like, roll the goddamn dice.
Yeah,
that's how much you hate like airport life and shit.
Yeah,
it's just
like, I don't want to get into a whole like stand-up bit about fucking you know. Well, how about airplane food? But like, it fucking sucks.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, we'll stick to the sun.
And drinking.
You're making fun of me for going viral.
Putting on sunscreen is more fun than not putting on sunscreen.
I already thought about that one.
The fact that I haven't little cross-pollination.
The fact that I haven't tweeted that one yet is actually amazing.
I mean, why don't you let it rip right now? Go ahead. All right, we got the washed-up basketball player showdown here. Darius Miles having a bankruptcy sale, down to $2 for his toaster. He sold a LeBron James autographed jersey. Sold a rifle, like an AR-15. Just like all of the shit that you would think Darius Miles has purchased, he is now selling. He made like 13 grand off of his little estate sale versus Sebastian Telfair, who was found with a fucking arsenal of weapons, like loaded automatic rifles, 3 Uzis, a bulletproof vest, ton of ammunition. Guy is just straight up going to war. Who do you got? More washed up, more of a sad story, whatever you want to say. Miles versus Telfair.
The Miles thing's definitely, I mean, Darius Miles is definitely more washed up because it seems like Sebastian Telfair's, at least in business, what that business is.
It's gun running.
Right, but at least he's still working, right?
Yeah, at least he can afford all those guns and shit.
The Darius Miles, though, the saddest part was the 5 VHS.
For $21.80,
yeah,
$21.80.
What do you have 5 of those for?
Yeah.
Like, you just...
That's bad. That's rock bottom.
Darius Miles definitely has some DVD players he didn't put in there, and like.
I'm just thinking too of the toaster. Like I feel like someone was like walking through his estate, and like the toaster wasn't even for sale, but someone was like, "Can I have your toaster?"
It's like the shilling.
He was probably like unplugged it, like, "Yeah, all right, here you go."
I think that like if you're selling all your stuff and trying to make some money, you're at least kind of going in the right direction. If you're in the like gunslinging and you got all that shit going on, you're headed down like.
Well, I would say the other way.
No, I think you're going in the right direction because you're getting rid of that shit. Like you're trying to come up with some money.
But I don't.
This is not Darius being like, I'm trying to get back on the straight and narrow. This is like, I'm broke.
Yeah, I think this is a bank mandated estate sale.
Yeah, like you need to get all the money you
owe
possibly can.
so much money that we have to sell all your
Meanwhile,
stuff.
like Telfair would be doing the same thing, but he's like, I am an illegal gun runner, so we're good to go.
Which is a better place to be in than getting fucked by the bank.
Darius Miles has
would I rather
negative
be like
money.
a weapons, an arms dealer?
I just think the weapons arms dealer has a much more like permanent outcome than like.
Yeah, you're gonna die. I mean, he's gonna be dead
you're
very
fucking
soon.
dying. You're going towards a bad
both
place.
of these guys aren't gonna last.
Neither
very
one's
long.
great. Like you don't want to be in either position.
When we had Kurt Schilling on Part of My Take, we were talking about his estate sale when Dave bought his robe and Hank bought his soap. And he was like, yeah, that was like the worst moment of my life.
When Hank is buying your soap, that's
Hank owns another man's
It's a little
soap.
bit of a rock bottom.
It's like, you don't want to be that. No.
Sebastian Telfair, by the way, like that cover on Slam magazine of him and LeBron, these two are going to take over the world. Well, one of them did.
Yeah.
Katy Perry, Kissing and Telling. She ranked John Mayer, Orlando Bloom, and one other dude. Diplo on who fucks the best.
Let's go. Diplo?
Yes.
And then Mayer, then Bloom. Bloom, then Mayer. Oh, there it is! That's a good. But we're saying all 3 are exceptional.
That's Frankie Borelli's guy, Diplo. It can't be Diplo because Frankie Borelli is like legitimately in Diplo's head. Mm-hmm. You can't be that cool or tough or that good in bed if Frankie Borelli's in your kitchen.
Yeah,
Diplo
he got shafted.
So what was the rankings?
It was worst to best. I believe was
Mayer, Bloom.
No, I thought Mayer was best.
Mayer's best. Yeah, sorry, the other way around.
So Diplo, Bloom, Mayer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
who ranks worst to best anyway? By the way, it's
best was Orlando Bloom.
No, John Mayer was best. I know. So who?
Hey,
Fran's
I'm
gonna
pretty sure
watch
it was
it
John
again,
Mayer,
boys.
Orlando Bloom.
This guy's got it.
Yes.
Diplo was the worst out of the 3. Silver medalist, Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
John Mayer.
It's so stupid that they ranked it that way. That's the confusion.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
just
that really-
say who's the best,
Right.
and then rank from there.
John Mayer, he's just a dick slinger. That doesn't
Yes.
surprise me one bit.
Least surprising news ever. That guy didn't he have that whole like Jessica Simpson? He was like addicted to sex with
Sexual napalm.
Yeah, right. That
was
guy
awesome.
makes love.
Yeah, I mean, he plays his guitar and he smashes you out, and it's the best
It's like
thing that's ever happened
Sting.
to you.
He probably has sex for like 40 hours.
Right. He
at a
doesn't
time.
even use his dick when he has
Pretty
sex.
much a
It's just a
battle
whole
for second.
experience.
At that point, like, you're just playing for second.
I wouldn't if I'm Diplo, I'm pissed off that Orlando Bloom beat me, but I mean, everybody tips their cap to John Mayer.
Katy Perry also had an interesting where she basically was like, yeah, I'd go fuck either one of them, like, right after
now?
this.
Diplo's in third.
They're all amazing lovers,
Of course
and
they are.
I want to have sex with all of them after I get out of this place.
Yeah.
And it was like, wait,
Katy
what?
Perry, sometimes she kind of bothers me with her whole act, but like she probably
Did you see
fucks.
that
Yeah.
interview
Oh,
she
yeah.
had with she was sitting in like that like white asylum room, like talking about how woke she was.
Yeah,
to
see, that's what I
racial
mean. That
issues
shit
in
is like-
America. Yeah, that
But
was a weird
the fact
thing.
that she's smashing all these dudes probably means that she gets down.
Yeah, and even that
they
combo
don't
with
mess
that
around.
weird ass shit, like, she's probably pretty, like, cray.
Yeah.
That's, like, a good time.
Being ranked like that though sucks, by the way. Just like
I don't know, man. A famous chick wants to be like, hey,
If you're-
Big
even if you're
Cat
just-
was okay. It's like was
Yeah,
the
yeah, but
worst
you're Big
of
Cat.
all my sex.
But you're,
I'm like,
but
well,
you're
I still
Big
had
Cat.
sex with
If
you.
you're like Orlando Bloom or something,
Yeah.
it's like
yeah,
Yeah.
still you still had
if
sex
I'm on
with her.
if me personally, if I'm on anybody's list, I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
Right,
Katy
yeah,
Perry's
yeah.
talking about having sex with you. That's like,
Yeah, that's a good.
But
How is that ever
we're
a negative?
fucking bum ass people who get excited over tweets.
Yeah, real excited over tweets.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. That was awesome.
Like,
That was
getting-
really cool.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's it for the rundown. We got half of foreplay on here, so let's bring in your fucking dumb idiot
Trent.
coworker buddy. Trent puts up a blog today, talking. We have the whole "Don't let Monday ruin your Sundays."
I mean, you know
event
what this
going on.
was, right, Kevin? Trent is going through his quarter life
I
crisis.
hear you, but it sounds like he's been doing this for a while. That's the problem. So Trent puts up his
so-
blog saying, "I don't like Sunday fun days." He's also going to put
You're
up a blog. It's
28.
like Saturdays are for both boys and girls
Yep.
soon. That's how he rolls, apparently.
Yep.
28 is the
Don't jerk
time
off.
where you decide you're like, I can't deal with these hangovers anymore. But how long have you been doing this no Sundays thing?
For a while, probably since I was 24, 25.
See, that's a problem.
So
28's acceptable. 24 is
25
prime,
is,
like,
I might
having
have
fun
it
on
different for
Sundays.
everybody, but 25 is when the hangovers turn from I can do this again to debilitating and it like lasts into the week.
So my problem with the blog was that you saying like Sunday fun days are not worth it is a personal problem, and I have the same personal problem. I
Yeah.
no longer can do Sunday fun days, but bashing them in general is a very wrong take because some of my favorite memories in the world are like when you start drinking a little on Sunday and it's like boom,
And it
it's
just
8
keeps
o'clock
going.
and you're blacked out and you're
Yep.
like fuck it.
When-
That's like an exhilarating.
When you get that like twinkle
But
in
I
your
do-
eye
from the
at like
clock.
Sunday
It's like you're
morning.
doing something you know you're not
Right.
supposed to
Yeah,
be doing.
no, I get that. And it was like a personal take, but I do think people willingly signing up for hangovers on a Monday is crazy.
They're not fun, but you shouldn't let Monday ruin your Sunday.
No, I wish it didn't, but it does. It's just like how it works now.
I don't know,
20,
man.
28
I
is
still,
when it starts, but
And it-
24,
what it really
I'm
25,
still thinking
man.
of that rush. Like
What it really
the
comes
last
down
time
to
I like
is-
was like, all right,
Dude,
it's
that
3
feeling,
o'clock on Sunday.
That
and it's
feeling
like,
when you're
fuck
so
it.
hungover from the night before and you're like, I can't do this, and you
I
choke
told-
down one beer, and then
And
like
you're good
somebody gives
again.
you a shot, and then you're like, oh, there it is.
I told you.
There
I
it
said
is.
it.
I found
I said
it.
when we were tweeting, if you give me one mimosa on Sunday, I'll drink 50. Like, I can
also
still
just-
get sucked into it, but it's still a terrible idea.
For some reason, like partying on a Sunday is like the closest like regular schlubs like us get to feel like a rock star. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it's like we should not be doing this.
Hey,
But
right.
we
should
are.
not be doing it.
Yeah. So it's like that. I'm 100% on your side that I can't do it anymore. I haven't done it in years. But to say that they're like bad is a wrong take
They are
because I
bad.
miss it. Like I miss it in my
Trent is
core.
like,
They
this
are
is
bad.
bad. We should not
But
do
that's
it.
the same take as saying like drinking is bad for you in general. It's like
Yeah, like the
okay,
hangover
but, like,
on
No,
Sunday.
my
Whatever.
biggest
We're-
thing
this
is
is what we're
people
doing.
agreeing to drink. Anytime there's work the next day, I do not agree with that drinking because it's so horrible.
So like Thursday night for like a big game.
I'm saying I'll do it, but
You don't
it's
like it.
horrible. I don't like it.
Well, you stink.
I don't know, man.
Well-
Still, like you learn a lot about yourself at like 10 p.m. on a Sunday night at a bar when you know you shouldn't be there. Like that's a real moment.
It's like
Yeah.
it was crowded for the 4 o'clock games,
Right.
And then you blink and there's
And it's
nobody
like,
left,
there's
and it's
four
just you
people
and like
there,
2
you're
idiots. Like, what have I
fuck.
done?
And
It's
then
the
you go-
worst, but it's the best.
I used to do the move where I'd go home and I'd like chug a gallon of water, and then I'd wake up like 2 hours later and just.
That's
puke.
another thing. People.
Because I drink so much water. My stomach, like I almost basically drown myself.
I guess that was another thing that I was mad about, where people were like, if you just stop drinking at 6:30, you feel like $1 million the next day. Like that's a fucking lie.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's all or
Nobody
nothing.
stops at 6 o'clock.
You basically have to stop. You can have.
Well, even if you say you do stop at 6 o'clock, people are saying you'll feel great the next day. That's just not true.
If you like stopped and went to sleep like right then.
Right. The only way you can do it is if you go to brunch and have like 2 or 3 drinks and then sleep for like 4 hours. Then you're fine.
No, but once it starts,
you're
you
in,
can't
you're
stop.
in.
Guys like
that's
us
how
don't
I
do
am.
that.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna have one, I'm gonna have 50, and I'm gonna be out till 3 a.m.
I mean, you're not fun on any day of the week except for Friday.
You've
and
almost
Saturday.
made me want to do it again.
Oh,
Like,
that's the other thing too. You know what's happening right now? You know what it is too?
You like gave me like a little rush.
You've drank enough throughout your life that you're like, I don't need to do that anymore. You'll bounce back. Like right now, I'm like, I'll drink whenever.
I'm just like in a rut.
Because you can drink if you want. When you get it taken away, it's like, oh, well, I'll
That's
drink
true.
again.
It's like I can do it whenever I want, so I almost don't want to do it.
Yes.
I'm at the age now where the act of getting drunk is still fun. The second I am drunk, I'm like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Like
this
was a waste.
Yeah.
I really need to
I
get
have the
home.
problem where even when I'm drinking, I'm thinking about how bad my hangovers.
Yeah, like going up is fun.
That's a tough life to live.
It is.
Yeah.
That's
Riggs,
not good.
Party Boy Riggs.
Yeah, I know. He's like,
that.
If you check my Twitter, you will see that drinking is a really
we've
good
seen
time.
all of your drinking tweets, Riggs.
If you have any doubts or
All of them.
suspicions about drinking, this guy's Twitter timeline will disprove all of
Just wait
them.
a couple hours and I'll remind you. It's a good time, Trim. You really
Has that
are.
been
I
put
have
on a
fun, but
t-shirt
the
yet? How
hangover-
come you put that on a t-shirt?
It's coming.
But make sure to buy it. Don't let Monday ruin your Sunday.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Are you gonna retweet your son tweet at some point? That's the big question.
I really think the combo
No.
is necessary. The putting on sunscreen is better than not putting on sunscreen, and then you have best of both worlds.
Yeah, I
But-
mean, I'm
but-
I'm
no,
controlled a little bit right now. I get it.
Are you going to retweet it? Because like that's
No.
Are you gonna see if you can
Buddy.
catch the second wave?
That one's already.
No?
I did. There was we were gonna do something experiment where like Francis tweeted the exact same thing and just see what happens.
I mean, that's
nobody would
that's
like
not
that.
really an experiment. That's just called World Star Hip Hop. Yeah, Twitter.
Yeah,
no,
they've
but there's
done
like Menist. They do that.
He
They'll
doesn't
just
even
tweet the
retweet
exact
that one. It doesn't need a second
Phil
wave.
Werrell or whatever those accounts are.
You should be like, will you get a free? Can I get a free fucking thing of nuggets for if this gets to blah 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 blah? And it gets like 1 million.
I have got that big Unilad company. They were like putting it all over everywhere, and they DM me, and I'm like, all right, well, let's get some free shit.
What's Unilad?
No free heads, man. I don't know what that is, but
What is that?
I don't know. They have like 30. They're like a UK company.
Oh.
They have like 30.
That
30
doesn't count.
They have like 30 million.
So is this?
followers
So
on
this got
Facebook.
caught in like Britain Twitter.
Yeah, it was trending in the UK.
Which makes sense.
they-
Those
they don't-
fucking
yeah, they
idiots
don't- those
need
pale
this. They need
fucks.
all the sunscreen
Yeah.
they can get.
that makes
Look,
sense.
I don't care where it's going. If it's up there,
They can
you're-
retweet that shit
you're
from the
just
moon.
pumping
Goddamn
me-
Martians. I don't
pumping me
care.
with those numbers.
Get
that's-
my
I don't
numbers
give
Go
a-
back to England and just do a live show.
I'm
where
big
you
in
just say
England.
that
Just
tweet.
Sitting there putting on sunblock.
England's like
Hey,
my
me,
thing.
on the sunblock guy. You know me? Just lathering.
Yeah, right.
Be like the Donnie does of England. Just go
Yeah,
over
there
there and
you
do
go.
that shit.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Say that tweet over and over.
Say that tweet. It's so brutal when you like read it out loud. Like we read it out loud on the radio. It just like sucks. It's like this is sucks.
I mean, but that's everything. Like, if you look back at
The
like a
internet
week
sucks,
ago,
man.
you're like,
The internet
Twitter
fucking blows.
I think you guys probably already talked about it, but it's the tweets where you're like, I nailed this. That gets like,
Zero. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nada.
Yeah, where you're like, oh yeah, here we go. Nothing.
I'm gonna change the world with this.
Yeah.
Wild-
Some
wild
dumbass
ride.
tweet about sunscreen. Boom.
You know, though, that this is now like up the ante on you. Like anything less than, a few thousand, and you're not going to get any
Like
rush.
when I put a couple tweets up over the last couple of days, I just wanted to delete them immediately.
Right.
Does it need-
Right.
When
You're
they
in a
said
bad
about-
spot.
About heroin, where you're always chasing your first
Yeah.
high.
Yeah,
That's it.
right.
You can never get that one again.
You're never gonna have a tweet like that ever again. That's
You're
gotta
one
be
Your
hit
life
wonder.
is over, dude.
Wow, you're one hit
That's
wonder.
it. From here, it's all downhill.
You're the worst.
You should just start drinking.
This was the
Drinking
worst
will
thing
make it
ever
better.
happened.
I wish this tweet never
Fucking
happened.
sunscreen tweet. I'm gonna go delete it.
Oh man.
It's the rundown.